Every day, I get just one Minecraft day to make my forever world a little bit better. And today, I've got a few changes in mind that I think can make a huge difference in this world. And we've only got one day to do it. So let's get straight to work, plan out today's build, start building, and execute. And I'll show you what I have in mind in just a second. But let's see if we could get it done in just 20 minutes. I mean, this will be a challenge. You see the timer on the top right. And like I said, it's not a huge build, so I think we can get it done, but we got to get to work right away. So I think for today, and I've had this plan for a little bit, I want to build a small stone bridge going over our waterfall that we got right here, or I guess river stream in a way. And today is day 231 of this challenge. I just want to mention that as well. We're doing this for an entire year. So stick around for the journey, hit that subscribe button. I'll grab a melon for you. We're grabbing a melon for every subscriber gained, so hit that subscribe button. But small bridge right there to here, and then figure out a way to get the path going on down to our little boat dock that we just kind of completed a little bit. We're probably going to add a little more to this, figure out how to blend it in nicer with the terrain, but we want to head over towards that sailboat that we built. I mean, it took us quite a while for such a small build, but hey, I mean, it was worth taking our time with it. It was a tough shape to get right, and I want to improve this path a little, so we'll see. We'll see if we could get that done as well in today's video. But let's grab everything we're going to need. We could throw some of this stuff away, grab our shulker boxes, head straight back to our inventory room, and then we'll come back, see if we can get this build done. I have some high hopes. I think we can finish it. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking right now. Are you thinking no chance this guy does this in 20 minutes? I mean, it's not going to be a crazy build. We've done some crazier builds in 20 minutes, like terraforming that little gazebo island right there. We did that in just 20 minutes. It was kind of insane, actually. I think that might have been maybe one of my most successful days throughout this series. And I think, you know, some days it helps. We just got to plan it out off the rip. You know, we gotta throw everything away that we don't need. We gotta plan it out. And this challenge, honestly, doing just 20 minutes every day, it's been extremely enjoyable, but it's also helped me improve my game so much. I think there's been a lot of things in this series that I think have improved my Minecraft journey and my Minecraft experience quite a bit. And I think a lot of it is due to, like I said, that 20 minutes. It really holds you to it. It's like, if you don't get anything done, you come into the next day, you're like, I gotta get a lot done, you know, like I gotta make up for yesterday. And most of the days we've gotten a good amount done. There's been a few days where we've slacked off or maybe made a build that we've ended up tearing down the next day, which is always a rough feeling. But when you do this challenge for a year, you know, you got a lot of time to work with, but that doesn't mean we could slack off at all. You know, we gotta grab cobblestone, we gotta grab some mossy cobblestone, we gotta make sure we got all the blocks for this that we're gonna need. And we gotta make this happen ASAP. ASAP, baby. We gotta get this done as quickly as we can. This is looking like a good chest with just about everything we could need in it. Quite a few blocks in there. We're going to use a similar block palette to some of our other builds with this mossy kind of look to them. We could throw all this stuff away. I mean, kind of a waste here of material. We never really ended up using it. That is quartz. That's not going in the wood chest. And we could throw these flower petals down for a little decoration here and there. We got ideas for the blocks we're going to use. And I think everything we got in this chest is everything we're going to need. In a sense, we're probably going to need maybe a little more andesite and regular stone, and then I think we should be pretty good there. This shulker box is empty, so I'll just leave it there for when we want to pack it out and use it for a different build. Let's take off. Let's get to work. We're already 5 minutes in, and we haven't placed a block yet. You're probably sitting there like, what is this guy doing? How is he going to get this build done in this short amount of time? To be honest, I don't know. I don't really know, but we're going to make it work. All right. Stuff that's got to go away. Diamond shovel. Don't need it right now. Silk touch axe. Don't need it. Scaffolding. Not on this build. Grab our material. Organize our inventory. And get right to work. Grab everything. We're going to need all these different types of blocks. We're going to use every single one of them in one way or another. All right, stone bridge going across here. We want to make it, let's create some room here to work with, but we want to make it look kind of natural in a way. And I think I'm going to have to tear down this rock. It stinks. I built it there for a reason, but yeah, we're going to have to do that. All right, it's going to be a nice small stone bridge. And I think we're going to start out with a nice little staircase, but maybe with slabs, because that looks a little tall to start off. And then we could go into the stairs a bit. And that also is looking a little tall. So let's make this look more natural in a way. Grab some andesite and see what we can do. Blend it in a bit as well. I think we could do something like this, just to give it a little blending action going on there. And we're going to need upside down stairs for under the bridge, because I don't want to take away too much space down there. I want this river to flow nicely. So that being said, we don't have a crafting table on us. That's a first, and we don't have wood on us. What am I doing here? This is unlike me, my friends. This is extremely unlike me. I always have an extra crafting table, and as you can see, yeah, they're sitting around everywhere. So let's grab this one. That'll be just fine. Place this on over here. Perfect. Get some stairs. Gonna get a bunch of different types of stairs from the blocks that we have to work with, just so we can texture this up nicely. And that is definitely one thing that I've been learning to do a little bit better in this world, is texturing these builds. Texturing builds is not easy by any means, but hey, I mean, anything to improve the look of a build, I'll do it. We're gonna do something like that, actually. Something like that. And then we're gonna need to kind of make this look a little bit taller, in a sense. So we're gonna do that. Throw that there. Throw some stone on that. This is looking pretty good so far. Maybe throw another stone on there. Another one on there. And then here, we're gonna need more slabs for our little bridge. I don't want it to be too tall, so we're not gonna make it too tall. Let's grab some cobblestone, some mossy stone, go right across like so. And I think a good thing to do here also, maybe an upside down stair right there. See, that blends with that stair, and I don't like that. So maybe we just make this a regular block or two right there. That'll look a little bit better, I think. I wish we could have vertical slabs like poking out on the side right there. It'd look cool. I think it would look pretty cool. And same with there. That would be a perfect spot for a vertical slab. Minecraft, take notes. Take notes, please. I would love vertical slabs. I think everybody in the community would. So, if you're listening, Minecraft, we're interested. We're buying it. If you're trying to think about implementing some vertical slabs, I'm not opposed. Something like that. A nice simple design here, but I think it'll look nice. Blend it in a good amount. We could use another slab right here. Something right there. Something right there. Maybe that. And that. I'm liking this so far. Throw a slab under there. You could throw another slab right there. That looks pretty good, I think. Looks nice and natural. That's the look I'm going for. Natural here. Nothing too crazy, like I said, but want it to look nice and realistic. Okay, I'm liking this so far. Get a little path going over here. And I think this might be pretty good. Let's just add a few more slabs, maybe some andesite here and there. Something like this. It looks pretty natural to me, I think. And we're gonna need the path heading over there, like so. And I think I like that. I think I like that. Maybe we could throw some lanterns on there to give it some light. I think we left 2 perfect spaces right here and here for some lanterns. And let's just take a look in our free cam mode. Looking natural. Looking natural. I think I had a little more higher hopes for this build. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting though. It is a very small build. I mean, there's not really much you could do with it, but we were able to accomplish it pretty quickly. So that's a good thing, as always. We're going to bring this path on down here as well over to our boat dock. And we're going to figure out a way to make this path look a little nicer as well. So let's try and figure this out, because this is pretty steep. But this is also, we left ourselves a perfect entrance right here. So we should probably replace this with some dirt pathing. Maybe we leave some of the rocks just to keep it with that natural kind of look to it. But I want this to all be one path. So let's see. We gotta angle this a little more this way. Bring it out to here, and then we can go straight down to what we got going on down here. But I don't want it to look like you're just crawling down a mountain. I want it to look like a formed path that was meant to be there. So we're probably gonna have to dig up some of this stuff over here, flatten this out a little bit so we can make this a little steeper. Not much steeper. I think just a little steeper, just to make the path a little smooth and work properly. Rip that up. Get us some dirt in the meantime too, we're gonna need it. Okay. And now we got that. Let's build our path right here. This is going to be part of the path. This is also going to be part of the path, but I need this to be slightly steeper, or less steep actually, slightly flatter, I meant. We're gonna need to dig up a few blocks here. Make this look more like the mountain it is. And right there should be the perfect start to our path. And we're gonna go with, we've usually been using spruce slabs for these paths, but this one's on the edge of a mountain, so I think it makes a little more sense to go with some andesite, or maybe a mix of andesite and stone here, so it blends in with the terrain a bit better. Place some blocks here so it doesn't look unnatural as well. And also remove some of this so it doesn't look like we dug into the side of this small little mountain here. Make it look a little more natural as well. Okay, perfect. This is what I'm looking to work with. Let's get ourselves some cobblestone stairs, just for a little bit of texture. We got a good amount of cobblestone on us. We use cobblestone and andesite. Like I said, got to make this blend in with the mountain that it's on. So, let's do that. And that. Path this off. Bring this out a little more. Just so it doesn't look like it's part of the path that's being unused. Make sure everything is well blended. Want everything to blend in nicely here. This is something that I've been working on, I feel like my entire time playing Minecraft, has been making things look more natural in a way. And I think it's actually one of the more difficult things to do in this game. Especially because a typical mountain is, I feel like, made of just grass and stone in this game. So making it look natural, you'll have to add in these other blocks like andesite, cobblestone, whatever else there is to it. And that could be tough. I feel like there's a lot of times where that could be a pretty difficult task, actually. We're going to need some more spruce there. That was looking weird with the one block out there. We need some better separation there, so let's get some better separation going. We could also add some bushes to the side of this as well. How much time we got left? We got 5 minutes. We've made some pretty good progress. We do not use jungle leaves though. That is a mistake I am not making. This island, I'm using oak leaves. I know they look very similar and it probably wouldn't make the biggest difference, but this is where we've been using the jungle leaves, and I feel like that brighter green just fits better with the whole theme we got going on. You know, Minecraft gives you all of these block selections for a reason. You know, they work in different ways, and just the slightest bit of change in color can really throw off a build, and it really wouldn't fit as well as it has been. So we're going to keep that away in there. And while we're over here, I just want to mention we are adding one lucky subscriber to our infamous wall of subscribers every day. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get on the wall here with my friend G Horns. I don't know if I pronounced that well, but welcome to the wall. And also, let your brother know I saw you in the comments and you are officially on the wall, my friend. I hope that you are happy with that and you are amongst legends. And we're also, like I said, grabbing a melon for every subscriber gained throughout this series. We're approaching 9,000 subscribers gained, soon to be 10,000. Kind of a crazy number to me. I mean, that's a lot of people. You throw that many people in a room, that's a whole lot of people. I mean, that is not something to take lightly. And like I said, I appreciate every single one of you. I can't say it enough. You guys are the best. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining me on this journey. It's been nothing but enjoyable. So we're just going to add a few bushes there as well. And we forgot our spruce. I went over there to grab spruce. I swapped leaves. Forgot my 2 spruce slabs that I'm going to need for this build. I should really always have wood on me. I don't know why I would ever put my wood away. We use wood a lot in this world, so let's grab some wood as well while we're at it, just in case we got anything else we want to swap out, change up a bit. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, and I gotta make sure that I'm happy with our progress for today. I'm already pretty happy with our progress, but I want to make sure that I get everything done. So the next day we can get working on our next build. I'm gonna throw a poll out there to all the members. If you haven't seen, I've opened up my memberships. You can subscribe to the membership and then you'll have a say in what goes on in this world. I opened some polls up to you guys and you guys have nothing but amazing ideas. I have to say that. And I think I like this path. I think we just got to add a few more things. Some small things though. Some hay bales, some melons on the side, of course. Of course we need melons. Maybe a little group of them right there. Looks pretty good. Maybe a few hay bales down here. A little stack of them right there. That looks pretty good. Add a little life to our world, you know? You don't want this world feeling too bland. You want everything to look good. Then you gotta do things like this. And that's looking pretty good so far. We got room for something here. We could put maybe a little bush. I'm not sure. Maybe a lamp post. We might need a lamp post. We're probably gonna need a few lamp posts over here just to lighten it up a little bit. And I actually didn't realize I turned on full bright a while ago, and this is what it looks like not in full bright. So I feel like maybe we could take a moment here while we got a little time at the end of the day just to appreciate, like, at night. I think this island is looking pretty good. There's our members right there. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the goats. But yeah, I mean, this is without full bright. I mean, it's a little darker, but it adds that shading factor to it that you don't really get with the full bright. And I think it looks pretty cool. Just want to take a moment to appreciate that because we don't get to see that ever really. And I play in full bright just because, I don't know, I think it's easier for you guys to see on YouTube as well. So I don't want to take it out of full bright because I think it would be a little more difficult to see. And let's just, like I said, add a few details to this path while we're at it. We got a thunderstorm going on right now. This is absurd. Little haystack there next to the farm. Makes sense to me. Add the entrance there. I don't know why I never did that. Little touch-ups here and there that you just kind of forget to do while you're playing. especially because we only get one day. But that is the end of day 231. If you made it this far in the video, comment bridge. We made a nice little bridge today. Make sure to like the video, hype the video, subscribe, leave a comment letting me know you did all that, and you will have the best chances to get on that wall of subscribers. So, like I said, I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 232. Thank you for joining.